Action.
Good morning, my name is Salena and I'm a senior at Gladden Academy, and we're group 2, and we're going to do chapter 9 and 18. Chapter 9 titled Minerals of Earth's Crust. In chapter 9, the main topics were what is a mineral and identifying minerals. These two topics are minerals of the Earth's crust, which is also the chapter's title. By identifying both of these subtopics, at the end of the chapter, you should be acquainted with what a mineral is, the two main mineral groups, identifying plentiful elements in minerals, and the 6 non-silicate minerals. In the first section, what is a mineral, we define minerals and differentiated between the two main mineral groups. The two groups are silicate and non-silicate groups. The silicate mineral group contains atoms of silicon and oxygen. The most common silicate mineral is quartz, though the most common silicate mineral is also feldspar. However, non-silicate minerals are 4% of the Earth's crust. Multiple elements are found profusely in common minerals. Those elements are quartz, silver, sulfur, gold, calcium, and fluoride. The non-silicate minerals are classified into 6 major groups: carbonates, halides, native elements, oxides, sulfates, and sulfides. We also learned about different silicates. The silicates are ionic, chain, sheet, and networks. The ionic silicates are silicon-oxygen tetrahedrons linked only by atoms of elements other than silicon and oxygen. In a single-chain silicate, each tetrahedron is bonded to two others shared by oxygen atoms. In double-chain silicates, 2 single chains of tetrahedrons bound together. The minerals that make up single chains are called pyroxenes, and double chains are called amphobones. The sheet silicates are tetrahedrons that share 3 oxygen atoms with atoms in another tetrahedron. The network silicate is when a tetrahedron is bonded to 4 neighboring tetrahedrons. By the end of the section, the student should know what a mineral is, the mineral groups, the elements found in common minerals, the 6 types of non-silicate minerals, and what an ionic chain, sheet, and network silicates are.
Hi, my name is Taniesha. I'm a senior at Gladden Academy. I will be reading you information contained on Chapter 9, Section 2. In Section 9.2, identifying minerals, we are able to learn and describe the characteristics that help distinguish the minerals from one another. The characteristics are chemical composition and crystal structure. They are identified by some of these properties by simply looking at a sample of mineral. We also learned 4 special properties that may help identify certain minerals. The first of the property is the color. The color of the mineral is unreliable an identification clue because weather surfaces may hide the color of minerals. When examining a mineral color, be sure to inspect a freshly exposed surface. And the second of the 4 properties is luster. A mineral can be identified by luster reflected from the surface of a mineral. Minerals that reflect light, like polished metal, are said to have a metallic luster, and all other minerals have a non-metallic luster. Minerals with an appearance like the surface of candle wax have a waxy luster. Though a more reliable clue to identify of a mineral is the color of that mineral in powder form, that is called streak. The easiest way to observe streak of the mineral is to rub some of the mineral against a piece of unglazed ceramic tile called the streak plate. A streak is either colorless or a very light shade of normal color of the mineral. The next property are the cleavage and fracture. Split minerals are called cleavage. The surface along the cleavage run parallel to a plane in the crystal where bonding is weak. When a mineral is fractured, they break or broken surface that looks like a piece of broken wood is called splintery or fibrous. Curved surfaces in a fractured mineral are called conical. The last of the property is hardness. The measure of ability of a mineral to resist scratching is called hardness. The hardness of unknown minerals can be determined by scratching it against minerals on most hardness scale. This scale lists 10 minerals in order of increasing hardness. The softness mineral is took with a hardness of 1. Though the hardness mineral is a diamond with a hardness of 10. To test a unknown mineral of hardness, you must determine which is hardness mineral on a scale that can scratch.
In addition to the properties already expressed in our paper, a few minerals have some special properties that help their identification. One of them are magnetism. Magnite is the most common among this group. Lodestone is a form of magnite, but it poses as a magnet. The needles of the first magnetic compass used in navigation were made of tiny slivers of lodestone. The second set of properties are fluorescent and phosphorescent. Fluorescent is the ability to glow under ultraviolet light, and phosphorescent is when minerals continue to glow when the ultraviolet is on or off. The next property is double refraction. Refraction is when the bending of light rays as they pass from one substance. However, double refraction is when crystals of calcite and some other transparent minerals bend light in such a way that they produce a double image of any object viewed through them. The last of the special properties is radioactivity. This results as unstable nuclei decay over time into stable nuclei by releasing particles and energy. All in all, we successfully comprehended every point in both sections. Along with doing this, we fully grasped the complexity of the minerals of the Earth's crust.
And that's complete for the first chapter?
Yes.
Right. No, they're going on to 2. Okay, you're still rolling.
All right. My name is Mark Dean. I'm a senior at Gladden Academy. I'll be presenting information from Chapter 18, Section 1. In Chapter 18, the main topics were the geologic time scale and geologic history. These 2 topics are a view of the Earth's past. By identifying both of these subtopics at the end of the chapter, you should know the geologic columns, the division of the geologic time, and comprehend the Precambrian time, Paleozoic and Mesozoic and Cenozoic era. The first section explains the Earth and how it came to be. The surface of the Earth is constantly changing. Mountains form and erode, oceans rise and recede. As conditions on the Earth's surface change, various organisms flourish and then become extinct. In order to keep track of these changes, scientists have developed a geologic time scale. One way scientists keep track of these changes is by using the geologic column. The geologic column is an ordered arrangement of rock layers which is based upon the age of the rocks. In the geologic column, rock layers are distinguished from each other primarily by kinds of fossils they contain and by the rock type. Fossils in the upper, more recent layers resemble modern plants and animals. Most of the fossils in the lower ordered layers are plants and animals that are very different from those living today. The geologic time is divided into units. The very large unit of the geologic time is an era. There are 4 geologic eras: Precambrian, Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic eras. These eras are divided into shorter units called periods, and the periods are divided into epochs. Refuse fossils existed in the early Precambrian rock. This makes the rocks of this era the oldest layer of geologic column. The Paleozoic era followed the Precambrian time. Paleozoic means ancient life because this era lasted 325 million years. The Mesozoic era came after the Paleozoic era. The Mesozoic era means middle life. This era lasted 180 million years. The The Cenozoic era is a current one. Cenozoic means recent life.
I'm LaToya, Benson, I'm a junior here at Academy. I'll be reading 18.2 Geologic History. In this section, we are able to understand why the fossils were red in the Permian rocks. Very few fossils exist in early Permian rocks. This made it hard to divide the 4 billion years of Permian time into smaller units. These rocks make up the oldest layer of the geologic column. The first rocks of the Permian era has little to no evidence of life. Although a few fossils of bacteria alive have been found in rocks over 3.5 million years. The later fossils make scientists analyze that life begins in oceans. Scientists have learned a lot from geologic records about during the Paleozoic era. Since the scientists have been examining rock layers, examination of living organisms and fossils, they have discovered the theory of evolution. The theory of evolution states that organism changes over time and that new kinds of organisms are divided from stereotypes. Charles Darwin proposed this theory. The Mesozoic era begins about 245 billion years ago and ended about 65 billion years ago. During this era, the Earth made a drastic change. The continuum Pangea begins to break up into continents. All in all, we successfully comprehend every point in both sections. Along with doing this, we fully grasp the complexity of the age view of Earth's past.
Is that it? All right, let's hear it for him.